to thank you very much. I want to congratulate Ron and Nikki for having a good time together. We're all having a good time together.
As of this moment, we are going to suspend this presidential campaign.
This is what was crazy about the night. The whole night, if you watched, you probably didn't. I don't blame you if you didn't, but I did because I have to do it because it's my job. I watched MSNBC. I watched CNN. And here is what the narrative of the night was. It was this. First off, they ran a poll to ask how many people thought that Biden had legitimately been elected. 68% in Iowa said he was not. Well done, Iowans. Proud of you. The rest said that he did. That's fine, whatever. But CNN and MSNBC were up in arms about this fact, that they could possibly think that after all the collusion between the FBI and Twitter and all the mail-in ballots and the changing of the rules during COVID could possibly have changed the outcome of the election. They just thought that was ludicrous. And what the narrative was all night was, look at what's going on. This is democracy at work. And they were like, it's so bad that people could think that our elections, that the election integrity is bad. And it was the most ludicrous form of gaslighting I had ever seen from the media. And that says a lot. The media gaslights a lot, but they were literally staring at you and saying, if you believe something that's totally plausible, even if you don't believe it, but you're just slightly concerned that it could be a possibility, election interference could happen, any reasonable person would probably be worried about that. But what they said, they looked you in the eyes and they said, you're an idiot for thinking that, and there's no way it's happening. And this is why it was the greatest form of gaslighting, because essentially what they were saying was that this caucus system is democracy. And you're watching it, and it's all in person. They're not using machines. It's same day. You found out all the results in about an hour, hour and a half. And they're telling us that there's no election interference with this system, while for months and months and months, they've been talking about how it's evil to make you have an ID. Everyone, let me make this clear. Everyone in Iowa that voted, every delegate had to have an ID. All of them had to come in person. All of them wrote their vote down. And it was then read aloud and verified by several people. And it was crazy for me to watch them publicly approve of what Republicans have been saying they want to do for so long. Saying, look, democracy at work. And then tell you that that is different than what happened, or that it's the same than what happened in 2020. And so, man, I almost just wanted to scream at the TV like, yes, this is democracy. This is what we're saying. This is what we want to change it to. But don't lie to the American people and say that what was going on in Iowa in the caucus system is what goes on in our general elections, because it doesn't.
Hello, everybody. As you can see, I am not in the studio right now. I am in my garage, where I want to share with you how my wife and I keep our stuff organized going into the new year. We use smart labels, an easier way of storing those Christmas decorations and lights so we don't lose them again next year. First, you just slap a label on your bin, download the free Smart Labels app, create your first smart label, add the items you have in your bin or box, and later search for your stuff when you need it without having to climb over boxes. The best part, the first year is free. So go get your smart labels now at Amazon or Walmart.com.
You've got people ballot harvesting. You've got dead people somehow voting. In Arizona, you conveniently have these systems go down in key counties for a certain amount of time. You don't find out about election results for like 3 days in some states. That is what people are concerned about, and rightfully so. So, man, I had to bring that up because it was infuriating watching the media talk about that. So let me talk about really quick what this means for 2024. Speculation. So there were some people speculating that Trump won't be eligible for running. And whether or not this is going to be the case, I don't know. I really doubt it. But I don't know for sure. And they were speculating, there's kind of the speculation going out that Donald Trump is going to have to bow out because of criminal convictions. And then Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis is going to be there. That's why they're running for second. They know they won't win, but they're going to be there to take the gauntlet and go forth and win the Republican nomination because Trump won't be there. And I just don't get it. And what I'm hearing from people is that the reason why they haven't attacked Trump so staunchly is because they're hoping that Donald Trump, once he gets taken out and he won't be able to run, that he'll endorse one of them. That is the most ludicrous idea in the world. Does anyone honestly think, let's just think about Donald Trump, let's think about his character for a second. Does anybody actually think that Donald Trump would be barred from an election and not try to explode the world? I'm not even saying this as an anti-Trump thing. I bet Trump voters like totally believe this, and they would want him to do it. And people are honestly saying that Donald Trump's going to be like, dang it, I got barred from the election, but Nikki Haley, you got my vote. I'm endorsing Nikki Haley. Yeah, that's never going to happen. And DeSantis and Haley don't believe that's ever going to happen. So I'm hearing a lot of that on Twitter. I'm seeing it online. It's not going to happen. Stop talking about it. It's ridiculous.